Hey, once again, it's your boy Daddy from Triple D Gaming coming at you with another FS22 map making stream video. You know how we do it. Let's get to it. Alright, ladies and gents, boys and girls, pick it up from the last episode like we do. Nothing more, nothing less. So, yeah. I'm excited. Finally, we getting somewhere, man. We is getting somewhere. Can't wait. Can't wait until it's done. Unfortunately, we still got a good bit of work though until we reach that point. But until then, let's get working. You mean let's get working? So, in the last one, we were working on the basketball court. Pretty much got this taken care of, other than, like I said, I was wanting to maybe lay some trash on the ground around one or two of them. But and now we got to do this here. So I don't know if I want to sink this ground down for this building, or maybe even raise it up. So everything's at different elevations here. Maybe we can actually just raise this one up. And then we'll raise this whole ground up so the drive through when you look at it like this, it'll be up in the air. Maybe not that high, but it's either that or it'll be up or it'll be down. So when you look at it from here, you'll just be seeing the top of the building. Then you'll start dropping down. I don't know. I think maybe we should raise it up. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Just to give it that little elevation change. Put that on replace. Hello. It didn't register at first. Alright, we might have to go ahead and just push the building back just a little bit, so when we smooth this out, it's not coming out and really blocking that off right there. You know what? I was going to bring that clean out, but I don't think I will. We'll have it so when you come out of there and drive around, you'll drop back downhill to tie into that road pretty much. So let me just bring it back to here, somewhere right in there. Bring this over too far so when we slope it down it isn't cutting into the side of that. So put that there. Alright, now we give it a nice change in elevation there. Then right here where our doors are, and especially right here where our doors are, try to make it to where it isn't so high. Have a jump up right there. Alright, I started dropping that down right here. Pick this up. Something like that. So whenever you come out of the back side of this, you start to slowly drop downhill. So we might have to scoot that building back just a little bit. camera. I gotta sign back into our whatchamacallit here. To our chatbot work. works better if it wasn't muted. Alright, so I actually think that we had, I didn't know if I was going to keep this or not, but I actually think we had some props and stuff that goes with this. See what we got. One for it. Placeables. US map. Farm buildings. I think that was the shed. Attachments. Yeah, so it's not much, but there was some props to go with it. What we got here? Door. A door. I don't know which way it's supposed to be going, but let's see what we got. Maybe this way, considering there's a door on the other side. Something like this, I'm guessing. Highly doubt this will do the trick, but it would be awesome if it did work, but of course not. As long as it gets the rotation right for us, that'd be great. I think it got the rotation for us anyhow. Carl, Joel, what's going on? Nice. Something definitely ain't right. That's more like it. It ain't quite it, but it's more like it. It's weird how the door just isn't part of the building to begin with, but alright, so alright, that's off a little bit. But you know what, if it goes in any further, then that's off. I was going to say the only thing that's really off is this being inside of the gutter. Excuse me. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm with you, Carl. You know what I did though? I put the props at the same coordinates and rotation and everything as the building. It didn't do it. It didn't put it there for me though, like I thought it would have, but it did. It didn't. See, that's the weird part. Like, that's not touching, and that's in there too far. So that means it's probably got to spin back. Yeah, see. Right here. Hey, even if I do it again, see, copy that, then come down and put the attachments at the same thing. It throws them off to the side here. Which is kind of weird. Alright, so I do have it spun too far though. It's in the center of, well, in the front of it. Yeah, it's in the center of it. See? Man, to get that actually touched though. I mean, I can restart with it. With the building and the attachments. That was way off. You got muted. Okay, that's better, but the only thing that's really off is this here sticking in the wall now. Alright, let me try it again. I'm gonna try it again, Carl. I'm gonna import the building and the attachments in for it. And see, import that, and then import this and see if it puts them together. Both in at 0. But see, it's messed up to begin with. So, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, it's just messed up. It's just messed up. To begin with. I mean, it's not supposed to be like that, but yes, if you're going to bring it in XML, it has to be like that. But yeah, see, I mean, technically, this should be out here like this, with the pump handle not in the building. I mean, you seen it. They were both in there at 0 and it's messed up. Yeah, man, it's just messed up. Alright, oh wait. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The water well is messed up. Now, if you was just leaving it in here in the editor, then you could adjust it and everything. But if you're trying to bring them in XML, then you just have to leave it messed up. So we just gotta leave it messed up. I forget how I had that building sitting. Just there to add a little decoration on that side, that's all. Alright, so we raised this building up. I was going to sink it down, but we raised it up a little bit, just so it's sitting at a different height. Everything's not just completely flat. Alright, now, jump over here. Yeah, what we got fixed? Schedule. Alright, Carl. What's it do? Kind of look look at it for you and let you know what needs to be done or what? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I thought you was telling me you seen something that needed fixed. I understand what you're saying now. Just make sure I ain't got stuff scattered around here inside of this. I ain't worried about that little sign. Alright. Now I think we can get rid of it. Yeah, so for a fact I know I got like way too much stuff in there. But it's just stuff I threw in there so I could get to it easy. Yeah, that will definitely need removed. For sure. Yeah, there's a bunch of garbage in there. Alright, so as far as this goes, man, I'm really not wanting to do. I mean, I want to make something like pretty decent size, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I got 7 zip. Yippers. Knock it down just a little bit more. Alright. Is there something special you gotta do? Or just use that to zip it up with? Slide that gamble in there. Yeah, man. I'll probably really start asking questions when I get closer. Because I can ask you all kinds of stuff right now, and yeah, by the time I'm done, I won't remember it. Yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah, hit the like. There you go. Yeah, so, I mean, there's stuff I know that they ask for, then there's stuff I don't like. As far as, I mean, I know you gotta do something with the different languages and that, but again, I've never submitted anything, so I really don't know. I just know from other people saying it. That's it. Trying to think of how I'm gonna make this work. Does it have to be certain languages, or just has to be 3? English, French, English, and German. Alright. Now, what has to be in that language? The description? So you gotta write the description out 3 times, or what? Nice. Thank God for Google, right? Alright, so this is going to be our little rock quarry, rock mine, whatever you want to call it. Just the the tree repeater. That's anything, any scripts I've got in it. I put in it, whatever you want to call it. As of right now. Yeah, right. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see. Just this that I've been using to put the trees in right here. The tree replicator. I don't know if you can see that. Right, yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, used by the editor. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you can't have any scripts in there, Carl. Is that what you're telling me? So I'm gonna leave that grass. Alright. Alright. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so I don't know what kind of rock I want to use here. I just really wish we had the gray rock. I mean, I do, but it's from like the Alpine map, but I really like it just being continued over and over again without having the light and the dark. It just looks bad to me. This is something that needs to be used in little spurts with rock with it or something, because other than that it just looks horrible. I don't even know why I added it to the map. I thought I could make it work, but I was wrong. See, and then if we use this, it really doesn't go with the rock. I mean, we can still use it, but it really doesn't. Really doesn't match the rock. And when I say it doesn't match the rock, I mean like the rock that you would be digging out. So the same rock you would be plucking out of your fields or whatever. I was trying to use that as a backdrop for the little mine. I'll make it work though. I guess it all depends on how deep I actually put the rock. So I want this to be underneath of it. So as you dig it out, then this is what you'll see. Alright. Something like that. I'm sure it'll all get changed up a little bit here and there until I figure it out to where it looks good. It's just hard to transition this, man, from grass to this rock, and it actually looked good. So like putting some forest needles up against it, which kind of, I mean, it's okay, but I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Whatever we do here is what we'll end up doing over here too, because I was going to paint this rock as well. Maybe throw an actual rock or two in there, because I do have the tan rocks that would match this here. You know what I mean? So import. Got 3 stepped ones and 4 flat ones. Alright, so we got those. So I guess we can make it look pretty decent. I was going to leave this part of it grass. If I can make it look good. Do the back side of it here. Get rid of the wandering bush. Alright. Then we'll have some bushes and some trees there. And let's go. Ouch. Oh, you know what, guys? My chat like completely quit working like a long time ago. Wow, like a long time ago. I was wondering why wasn't nobody saying nothing. Let's see. You muted? No, it wasn't. Yeah, getting some work done. Good job. Did you answer call Triple D? I had refreshed the Wi-Fi's out. You must be muted. I can't hear. I can hear him fine. Yes, I hear him now. Wi-Fi got me behind. For me, every time it rains, my Wi-Fi is sleep. Yes, oops. Rain does make it worse. Yeah, my chat actually wasn't working, Joel. I kept looking over at it. I tell you, the last thing I seen, every time I looked over it, the last thing I seen was Carl had said, I mean, can't. He said, oh, okay, that's not a problem, but if you want to get map out for all platforms, you can have any script in mod folder. And then he said, I mean, you can't. And that was the last thing. That's where it stopped working at. Every time I looked over, that's all I seen. I was like, ain't nobody saying nothing. Alright, cool. Can I blame it on the Wi-Fi too? Oh, wait a minute. I'm wired straight in. I don't know, that doesn't look too terrible, does it? Obviously, it's not going to be all just bright rock right there. I'm gonna mix some dark and some bright. And yeah, right, Carl? Broke the chat. Oh, don't do that. Alright, Joel. Alright, Carl. Yeah, and then we're gonna have the rock in here so you can actually come in here and dig that out. I know everybody's been requesting a rock mine, so boom. It's nothing huge, but it's at least somewhere where you can mine some rock at, so. I actually think the riverbed here will give a good base to it, so once you dig the rock out, that's what you'll see. You better get with the program there, Joel. I just wish, I don't know, I just wish we had some more. Like in 19, I felt like I was able to blend the textures better. Like I could go from rock to grass or whatever and it actually looked good. Or do this rock and like with the gray rock that we had in 19, man, it was nice. Like I said, we got gray rock. We got gray rock here from the Alpine, but I think it looks cheesy. I don't like it. It goes good with the Alpine map. Don't get me wrong, but you try to use it anywhere else, man, it does not look good. Now, with me putting the needles around the rock, now I feel like I gotta use needles. Like I said, down below here, I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is, but like up on the higher side of the mountain, I think I'm gonna do the ground like we did over there. I don't want to do it all like that because, ooh, man, we'll be here forever. So the high side of the mountain, I think I'm gonna do the high side of the mountain like we did over there. But I don't want to do the whole thing like that because we'll be here forever. So guys, I think you guys already know that. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so let me finish going around this piece here with this. With the pine needle things here. And then I'm gonna go back on this rock. And then we're gonna blend the dark with the light just so it isn't just one solid And then obviously I ain't gonna do nothing around the bottom so it doesn't mess with you digging in there, but then we'll throw a couple of these rocks in there if I can get it to look good without turning the whole thing into rock. Trying to use the paintable rock because it isn't. If you're using a paintable rock, you're not just adding more stuff and more stuff to the map and then making the map bigger than what it needs to be. That's why I missed the paintable gray rock in 19, man, because you could actually make it look good without having to add rock to it, like real rock to it to make it look right. That's just my opinion on it, you know. Some people might be okay with it. I mean, I've seen people paint their whole map with this and be 100% happy with it. Just, I'm not. Run some down the hill. I might have went a little too much there, but it's alright, we'll fix it. Now, I really don't want to do. I'm not too sure of how high the rock's gonna be. So let me just paint this rock up a little bit higher. Where am I going? Mountain rock dark. I'm gonna paint this up just a little bit higher. Because I don't want to put the stone in there and then it end up being higher than this. So we'll put this in there. And then whenever we do put the stone in there, we're just gonna make sure it doesn't go up over this. Does it matter? Not really, but it matters to me. Actually gonna go. Excuse me. It's not too bad, I guess. I was worried about it with that red rock and then this rock, but it's far enough apart that I guess it could be plausible. It doesn't look that big from up here, but it's actually a pretty decent area. Alright, so now, okay, here's what we'll do now. Try to make this more jagged, like rock, and that really helps. That really helps with this paint too, man. With the painted on rock, to make the terrain real jaggedy, it definitely helps. See, that's the only bad thing about this too. Like throwing these rocks in there, and it's like, oh wow, well, it kind of needs it everywhere. And then you gotta get it to where, I don't know. Oops, I just hit the wrong button. To blend it where it's going in to where, I know what I'm trying to say, it just ain't coming out right. Something like that. Anyway. So then we gotta pick a side. What side do we want to be the bright side? What side do we want to be the dark side? So we'll do. Something like that. There, that gives it a little more contrast. You see how much better that looks compared to just this plain old flatness over here. So much better. Now, looking at it from here, I mean, I actually should have brought the rock up further and just made this like the ridge line right here for the rock, you know what I mean? But it'll be okay. We throw some bushes and that on there, it'll be alright. Now, as far as this goes, thanks, Carl. Yes to the last rocks or no to the last rocks? What do you guys think? Now it looks bad with them, with them being gone. Alright, Carl. We'll see you, brother. Appreciate it. Looks pretty good up here looking down. Appreciate them likes, guys. I'll tell you what I should do though. Right along here, I should just go ahead and paint this rock as well. Clean up to here, right here. Just because it just looks weird, like it's just bowing in right there. It just looks weird. So go back to our dark rock. Just go ahead and paint this whole thing like that. A little bit better, I guess. Alright, so now we're gonna make the rest of it look like this. Cause that turned out pretty good, I think. It's just gonna be harder to do this part right here because it's already pretty much straight up and down. It'll be hard to add little peaks and the roughness to it. Right here though, we need to go on the back side of that with some dark mountain rock, just to give it that contrast. Dark mountain rock. I was gonna say if it'll actually paint it on there for me. There we go. Just that little bit, man. Spruced it right on up. There we go. Look at the depth it gave that just by putting that dark on that backside. It gave it some serious depth. Alright, we're going to do it right here too. Even though that was supposed to be the light side where the light was hitting, but boom. Boomski. Sweet. Alright, now back to here. Take like a 10-second break here, guys. Give me like 15 seconds here. Alright, so, ooh. Yeah, this is taking a little bit longer than anticipated, but if we're going to do it, we got to do it right. We got to make it worth the time too. But yeah, so excuse me. I'm wondering if I should bring that rock, that painted rock, on around here like this, and so it's on that side there too. But yeah, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it right and make it look good. So alright, so we're gonna bring some ridges out on this piece here, give it some depth there, bring it down at an angle. Grab it from here and shoot it across this way. And let that peak up right there. Sweet. As I do it though, I'm trying not to let it get down here too far so it's not interfering with our stone when we put our stone in. Because if I let them peaks come all the way down, it'll make it harder for putting our stone in. But as soon as I get, alright, Joel. As soon as I get this painted, at least along the bottom here, then we can go ahead and actually add our stone. What, the message that you were leaving? Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. On the 26th. So in 2 days. On Wednesday. Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy with this rock, but the rock helps though. But when you get to going too crazy with it, it's added more and more to the map's files, man. So trying to keep it on the light side, it's just kind of hard. Kind of hard when you're adding. Alright, so bloop, bloop. Oh yeah, what was wrong with it? Yeah, man. It turned out pretty decent. I'm never 100% happy with anything, but it came out pretty good. It came out pretty good. Alright, so now we gotta try to do something with this back here. This is gonna be a little bit harder. Yeah, this is going a little bit harder than trying to keep this little valley at the same time. But have enough room to actually get this up there. So we can create these ridges and that. Hello. Make this easier if I just smooth this down. I wanted to keep that the way it was, but it'll make it a little bit easier for me to accomplish what I'm trying to do here. I don't know. Oh, my chat stopped working again, Joel. Hang on. Oh, wow. Yeah. Last thing I seen was you fix your water planes below the slope of the ground. So I had to build ground up to make water level. Bread. Looks good, brother. Thank you. Gambling. Well, I'll tell you what it is, like, you know how you can pop, well, you can pop the chat out into a window, into a separate window. And for some reason, ever since I've ever streamed, the chat does not work unless I pop it out. And that's what happened, the pop out disappeared. So whenever I look over, I'm just looking at the regular chat. But I put it in the same exact spot the regular chat is, so sometimes I don't notice the pop out disappeared. That's what happened. Alright, so right here I'm just going to paint rock on that bottom piece. And, I mean, I guess I could just let it be what it is. Instead of trying to force it into something it doesn't want to be. Alright, Joe. I guess I could have just filled that valley in some. But I was trying to keep it as a valley. Didn't even know you left that time. Unless unless the Wi-Fi went out. I seen he said that. Alright, yep, that's what I figured. Oops. What's going on, my brother? Man, we're just making a little stone mine here. Just a little one. Giving the people what they asked for, you know what I mean. I've had a lot of requests for like mine and stuff, and I'm like, you know, that's normally what I do. Like I'm out of my zone here making a logging map, so trying to do something different, and you know, people requesting what I do on it, but trying to keep it a logging map. Don't want to go too crazy, so you know, just building a little mine here. It's actually pretty decent size too. Like we could have took this whole thing out right here and then made this all mineable, but gotta have the detail with it as well, you know. I don't want to put too many rocks in. Like it kind of needed the rock back there, but I don't want to add too many, man. Just make it too much. We could probably maybe do some along the top edge like this, maybe something like that. Yeah, that's actually, instead of putting the pine needles down, I actually could have lined this whole thing with rocks all the way down through there. Right? Man, that would have actually worked. I mean, it's good the way it is, but it would have worked real good if I just lined the edge here with rocks. Where did I get these rocks? From the rock store. No, these ones here actually came from I have the alpine rocks too, so I got, matter of fact, let me see. Okay, these, you can tell by the color difference. These are alpine rocks. I got flat ones and then the stepped ones. Those actually doesn't look too bad actually. And then these came from the European map. These ones. I just went through the map and grabbed all the rocks, but there's 4 flat ones and then 3 stepped ones for these ones. Now these are the rocks that I was going to use, right? I wanted to go along the highway somewhere, because where I live, like we got where they cut, like there's a hillside and then you can see where they blasted the rock, and then just along the hillside, along the highway, there'll be like a rock wall there where they cut through the hillside to be able to put the highway there. So that's kind of what I wanted to do with these rocks, man. I just wanted to take these rocks and kind of build something like that. Alongside the highway, but I really don't have the real estate to be able to do it. But I had something pretty cool planned out though. But have it like this. Obviously use different rocks so it wasn't the same rock continuing over and over again, but I'm just gonna demonstrate it with the same rock over and over again. And then like after it gets up so high, then it steps back. Now, I say I didn't have the real estate for it because obviously I would have to bring the actual ground up behind it, so there was a hill back here. But it kind of looks dumb now because it's the same rock over and over again. But that's kind of what I wanted to do down like a piece of the highway, just so it was like kind of like where I'm from, man. You see these things like this everywhere. You'd be rolling down the highway and there's a wall where they done cut it out. Now I wanted to use these ones because and if you use the flat ones in there too, it kind of looks like it's a shell rock. And I mean, you could use these ones to do it, but it would be a little bit harder to do just because these are so weirdly shaped. And they're just massive. So you really couldn't do nothing straight because the rock itself, they're all just bent. Unless they only had this piece showing and then that piece under the hillside, but that would do it too. Maybe not so close to the road, maybe back a little bit more. Something like that. And that was the whole reason I even brought these rocks in. Oh, but they actually do go with the painted rock. Well, that's where that painted rock is from the European map. So obviously they had the stone to match it. So these stones right here actually is supposed to be with that painted rock. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, Brad, but we raised the ground up that this building is sitting on, just so it drops down a little bit here, just so it wasn't all completely just all flat here. And I kind of dropped the middle of this down a little bit too. It's a little dip there. Then we added the door and stuff to this building, the little attachments there. Now I got to go through and get all this stuff into the map through the XML, man. I'm just excited about painting the road and stuff in here, then coming in and testing all this stuff out. Oh, you guys didn't see my basketball court though, did you? Listen, it took me some time to build this basketball court, but I actually had to make this fence right here out of planes so I could have the fence above the doorway. Because if I drug this fence over, obviously it was too big, and then if I shrunk it down, it was too big, or it shrunk the actual diamond down too small. So I used planes, 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I had to flip it over so you could see the chain link from both sides. And then I did that in all 4 openings, right? And then we put benches down. Yeah, I don't know if Brad's seen it though. And then we got the snowmen shooting hoops for winter. Snowmen shooting hoops. What else we got? Then we got the snowmen in the middle. And then there's 3 basketballs that's here all the time. And then like in the winter, 2 basketballs appear. One's right there. And then in autumn we got 2 basketballs that appear somewhere else. Summer, 2 more basketballs that appear somewhere else. And in spring, same thing, 2 basketballs. Yeah, man. I actually just had a 1-layer fence around here, and I was like, you know what, if you're actually shooting hoops and you miss the hoop, it's going to go over the fence. just like in real life, you'll be chasing the ball. And then I doubled it up, and it actually worked out pretty good. Obviously, we're not keeping the grass in here. We're going to paint concrete in here, all that. I'm just not doing that until we actually come through here doing our ground painting and stuff. Yeah, man. Snowmen and basketballs. Oh, something else, too. I started doing off camera. Remember we put this ditch in here, and I was like, man, it's missing something. I was like, there's too much dead space here. And then we put the guardrail in. I was like, oh man, it's still a lot of dead space here. I was like, man, I wish we had at least the telephone poles there, because it would like fill that space for us. And well, here's the thing. I actually started running telephone poles, so I jumped off of this one. This one ended here. It didn't go down the road any. It just came in here, and that was it. So I ran 2 lines, put a pole in right here, right? Obviously, I changed the pole to these ones. And then I just put in another pole right here. And then we got 1 line running to here. But when I jump off this pole, I'm going to put the 3 lines down there plus the one up here running to this pole, right? Then we're going to continue that on all the way down through here. I didn't want to do that because it's going to be a lot, because I got to put each one of those lines in one by one, okay? But we were going to put our lines in up here. But I was looking, I was like, man, well, where's the power going to be coming from? And I was like, you know what, I might as well just do it. I wanted the power lines down that road anyway, so I might as well just run them down the road and then tie them into these poles and then run them up through our campsite. And then we'll be able to keep running them and actually bring power to our farm. So it worked out. It's going to be a lot of work, but it did work out. Once we get this done, pretty much these little areas here, if anything, we can raise the ground a little bit, knock the ground down a little bit. We can, then we got to do our little bit of work over here. But basically, once we get this done, we're done with this area, because this right here is pretty much just going to be trees. Then we can move on to the next step. So we can either do this, but I'm thinking we can come over here, get our trailer court net in there, get our little surprise in there. Then we can jump over here, do what we're doing there, and then we got to go through the town, do what we're doing in the town, and then basically we just got to do these little areas here, and that's it. We is finally done. I can't wait. Eric, how's it going? How's it going? So, yeah, buddy. Like I said, I want to jump in there and get these buildings into the XML file so I can make sure everything's working before I get too far ahead of myself. But yeah. Can't wait. So we on our dark rock. We're going the dark on the far side. So it's like the light's hitting it from this side, and then the dark is going to be on this side here, like so. Down in the hole, pretty much, it's going to be dark. A little dark, a little light, a little dark, a little light. I mean, Good yourself there, Eric? Appreciate the like, buddy. Thank you, thank you. Right now we're putting in a little rock mine. A lot of people was requesting it, so boom, there she is. Once we get done our painting that, then we're just gonna fill this bottom in with rock here. Stone, rock, whatever you want to call it. We just got to make it look good. That's what we're doing now, making it look good. Everything we do got to look good. Eric, still there, buddy? I don't want to go on a 3-hour tour if he's not there anymore. Yeah, because we got some good stuff happening. Wow, that was a nice dark vein there, right? Oh! I was gonna say my chat disappeared again, but it didn't. Say, hey, buddy. Swing. Hey, buddy. Oh, wee. Hey, Eric. Come in, Eric. Excuse me, I'm gonna knock that down because it just looks weird. Just knock it down just a little bit. It was a little ferocious there. Alright, that's a little better. Yeah, I think I did that before. Went on a 3-hour tour for somebody and they wasn't there anymore. And I guess it's okay. Oh, I am. Oop. Why, you seen him before? Well, his name, anyway. I think Jewel does that, too. You ever heard of her? Yeah. Don't be making the house go broke, Brett. Slim pickings here. Okay. Don't be winning too much. The house will go broke. Oh, wait a minute. The house is already broke. Right, I do gotta go get my kid. Man, wow. I feel like I got a lot done. But that's because I didn't have to stay over at work today, and I actually got some time to work on the map instead of hop on real quick, blink my eyes, and my time was over. They offered me to stay today and didn't force me to. I said, sayonara. I should have stayed because I did need the money, but I do need to take a break and actually get that XML file done to get them buildings in. Alright guys, check it out. There used to just be a house sitting there. That's awesome. Now, I know this is a stupid question, like I should really know this. In 22, can you just roll up to the water here and like fill a tanker? Or would I have to actually put a water trigger here? Like a water fill trigger here? Because I want you to be able to just drive through here and fill your tanker up or whatever. Would I have to put a trigger there to fill the tank up? I'd imagine so, right? It doesn't just work because there's a water plane there. Yeah, I'm gonna go in game. Whenever I do go in game, I'm gonna try that. Because if you're not able to, I want to put a water fill trigger right there. Because, I mean, that's the perfect spot to fill up. It might not get used, but I want you to be able to use it if you wanted to use it. You know what I'm saying? And then I did want... Like, I really did want to put that little water pond back here for the same reason, too, but... Yeah, well, I know I can spawn one in, like, import one in here. I can import one in. So, if I come... let's see. Yeah, Steam Library, Steam Apps... Common, FS22, data, placeables. Alright, so water fill trigger right here. Water fill trigger. Right there, you don't see anything, but yeah, that's the water fill trigger. So I don't know. Is that it over there? Wow, it's clean over there. Alright, so water fill trigger 1. There we go. And then a water fill trigger 2. So oops. Alright, so 1 square and 1 rectangle, I guess. Yeah. No. What's the difference? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so but even then, I mean, if I put these down, then I would still have to put them in through the XML, just like you would any cell point. You know what I'm saying? So even though I put them here, yeah, I would still. I could just put them in here just for my rotations and translations and everything, but I would still have to put it in through XML just like a cell point for that to work, I believe. Alright, so I just wish it would recognize a water plane and let you fill stuff up through it. But even then, yeah, we're going to put one of these right here just so you can fill up by driving through there. You're driving through water, you might as well be able to fill up through it, right? That only makes sense. But for right now, we're going to get rid of that. We just got to remember to put it in there, that's all. Man, that looks good. Man, looking at something else and then coming back to that, man, that looks pretty good. Man, I amazed myself. Tell him, Brad. What was it? Picasso? If you ain't know, Brad will let you know, bro. Get him. Alright, so. Yeah. Looks natural enough, right? Yo, buddy. The artiste. Alright, so I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Should I do something else with this? Let me see here. It looks a little better, right? A little bit. And then I tell you what, let's do gravel and dirt. And we'll run a little gravel and dirt up along there, just because it is darker than what's there, like so. To make that transition blend a little better. There we go. There we go, bro. Alright. Now I just gotta remember the code for stone. Let's see. Because it's a pain in the neck actually layering. So we need detail height. Yeah, and I just need the code for, because I'm gonna go ahead and put that in right now too. I'm gonna save it real quick. Okay. Now, how to add dirt, FS22, fruit codes. Please don't crash. Okay, stone is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Stone is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I gotta do is, after we do this, actually go in game and make sure that it is stone that I am painting down right now, because it will fool you. Oh, I'm trying to paint it down and it ain't gonna do nothing. There we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 is our height. For right now, I'm gonna lock this into riverbed so we can just scribble the whole bottom in real quick. And we gotta do this in layers, because you'll see how I do it. I mean, I've watched people do it and they do big thick layers and it looks stupid. I blend it to where it just looks natural, like smooth, man. Real smooth. It's hard to do though. It is hard to do. But you'll have a little lesson. All that work we did just painting that to make that look good, and we're going to cover it all up. You won't see it until you actually dig the stone out. Look, I even brought it up in there, and I'm going to leave it like that too. Alright, so layer number 1. Now, say you wanted it to be up to here. You got to start with the skinniest layer and actually bring it up to there, and then just layer it up to there. You can't just jump up to the highest height because it ain't gonna work for you. You gotta layer. You have to layer it, especially if you want it to look good. I thought for sure in this stream we would be painting roads and all this stuff. I had no clue it was going to take me so long to do this. Yeah, but it looks good. It was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Alright. Now we'll unlock it from riverbed. Brett, I see you, Brett. Trying to pass me up. We ain't having that, brother. Alright, so let's say I'm going to bring this stone up to this height right here. So I'm actually going to bring it across the road, so you won't reveal that road until you actually dig this stuff out. Okay? Okay. You'll be able to make a nice chunk of change. A nice chunk of change digging all this stone out of here and going and selling it. So that means that for sure we'll have to put the rock crusher sell point in here, just so you're able to sell it. I mean, you could put it in game, you know what I'm saying? You could place it down, but if I'm putting rock in here, I want to actually have the sell point in here for you as well, so you don't have to worry about placing it down. And then well, you wouldn't even really have to do, I mean, you could even use this to crush it up to make lime too, so if you put some fields in, you know what I mean? You put some fields in and you want to make lime out of this stone, and you definitely got the stone to do it, that's for sure. See, with these edges being so rough, it just makes it harder to paint this stone in there. Without it going all wacky on you. This is it. I mean, this is the same process right here as if you were making a TP map. Same process for putting the building materials in. And I've seen them put in pretty darn sloppy. Not saying I'm a genius or anything, but I try to layer it so it doesn't look stupid. It's just really hard to do that edge. It really is. I mean, I guess we don't want it to be perfect, but I don't want it to be crazy like that. Oop. Alright, I guess I could take this backside up a little more. Just because I got it up so high back there. I don't want to go too high though. I want to make sure our highest point will actually reach up to that. Alright, that, like, that's a look. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look big, but that will be a lot of stone to dig out of there. I'm excited. Alright, so then our next step to do, see, some people would just go from 6 to 7, and then from 7 to 8, and then from 8 to 9, then from 9 to 10. Well, that's where you start getting big layer gaps. The right way to do it would be go from 6 to 7, and then you go from 7 to 7 and 6, and then from 7 and 6 you would go to 8 by itself, and then from 8 by itself you would do 8 and 6, and then you would do 8, 6, and 7, and then from that then you would go to 9 by itself, 9, and then from 9 you would think you would go 9, 8, but you don't. You go 9, 6, and then 9, 7, and then 9, 8, and then you would do 9, 8, and 6, and then 9, 8, and 7, and then 9. It's weird how you got to do it, but if you do it right, it gives you the perfect amount of height. I mean, you got to actually paint it in perfectly too, but it'll make it seamless instead of it being like this and you having big steps like that. So it's like step. You can make it to where it looks like a perfect slope. It takes a lot of work to do it, but you can do it if you stagger these numbers right and you paint it down right. You can make it look like one nice slope. It's hard and time consuming. That's why people don't do it. They just make it look like steps and it looks horrible. Alright, so we did 6. So the next thing we would do is 7. See how it just barely went up? It barely goes up. But you have to do it like that so you don't end up with steps. Then you gotta come up as close as possible to the edge without hitting the edge. Okay, and then as you layer it, because if you do come up to the edge, I don't know, I could show you later, but if you do it right, then it'll make it to where this will come straight across the top. And it'll be like a nice smooth layer on the top. If you don't do it right, it looks horrible. And it won't be straight across. Like I said, it's time consuming, so just this part alone is going to take me a while just to get the stone in here. To get a nice thick layer of it without it looking stupid. And I'm picky with everything I do, so I mean, technically we could just skip this step and I could do this step off camera. And we could work on something else. Because this will take me a while. Layering this. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to see it layered, then we'll layer it. Either way, I'm going to be doing it. But if you guys don't want to watch it, then we could just move on to something else and I can do this off stream. Even when you're doing dirt, like if you're building a TP map or adding dirt or something like that to your map, it all looks like this grain. So don't panic when you think you're putting down coal or dirt and you're painting down grain. Because it looks like grain in the editor, but in game it will be whatever it's supposed to be. And you know it would suck if I went through this painstaking work and layered this whole thing in there, and I went in game and it was not stone, it was something else. That would suck. And I've done that before, but I actually had the building materials in that map. So this map, we know we don't have the building materials in it, so the stone actually should be right. But it kind of makes me still want to go check before I get too far into it, just to make sure it's actually stone. Alright, and then just because we did the edges and we're going to be going to like a thicker layer, that doesn't mean you still don't have to do the middle with this layer. You have to do the middle with each layer, or it's not gonna be right. Now this one here really doesn't matter if I get too close to the edge with this first layer, because it'll matter once we start getting into the bigger layers. Where did I start with this layer? I thought for sure I'd have been around here already. Yeah, it's 70 here, Joel. 70. Yeah, how's it go from snowing to 70? It snowed the other day, now it's 70 degrees. Alright. Oop. Jeez, oh man. Where did I start with this layer? Alright, I think I got it now. Alright, so now that we did the outside, now we can just blow it up here and do the middle. Ooh. Of course, I gotta redo it all now. I don't know, man. I'm starting to panic a little bit. Like, I just want to get our farmhouses XML'd in, man. I want to get that done, so I can put them in the placeholder in here. I still haven't put them in the place. I still haven't even seen if the placeholder, if I got it right. I still haven't even checked to make sure the placeholder was done right. I just haven't been in game to do any of that. 79. Yeah, man, that worked out pretty good. Nice quick mine we slapped in there. Now, like, I wanted to do bushes and stuff up through here, but I'm really not going to worry about that right now until we get our roads and everything painted in and we're doing the grass, like, everywhere. And like I said, up here, I think maybe this whole top layer we'll do with the pine needles, like we did over there. And then the bottom of our mountain here, around the bottom of it, we'll just leave grass. I'd like to do it. Look, you can see there's a big circle there. It looks like Mickey Mouse here. The other one's here. I would like to do it all like that, but man, we'll be here forever. I still want to try to paint that rock over here too. Man, remember when I did all this? That was a long time ago. That's like when we first started the map. That's crazy. Look, we got a nice mountain now. Okay. You know what I gotta do too? The pedestrian, because we still got pedestrians just randomly walking up through the woods here, so we gotta do our pedestrian splines and get them walking this trail. I'm thinking maybe we could get them to cross this bridge too, and if anything, just stop and turn around and go back. But I think we should get them crossing that footbridge too. Yeah, we got to do all the pedestrians. We got to do traffic. We still got to... I didn't want to do that until the end, but we still got to obviously assign our farmlands. I definitely ain't going to do that until the end though. Until the map's completely done, then we'll section the map off for our farmlands and all that good stuff. Like this whole thing right here could be one purchasable thing, but we could actually split that in 3 if we wanted to. It would make cheaper ground. And then if you did buy the smallest one here, I mean, there's so much wood here, you would probably be able to purchase, just by logging this one little piece right here, you'd probably be able to purchase the most expensive thing on the map. Here we go. See ya. See you again. And bye-byes. That's why I said, here we go. Yeah, man, they're even attacking my videos there after I'm done streaming. Alright, so we did 6, then we did 7. Now we're doing 6 and 7 together. And here's where it really starts getting tricky, because you don't know where the edge, unless you were doing like a smaller thing, it's hard to keep an eye on like the edge of where you actually did last with the last round. And that's why when people do this, they don't it looks bad because they don't actually just take the time to try to do it right. I'm not saying that there is a right way to do it, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. It's even harder on slopes like this. Like, it makes it real hard. Now, if this wasn't so jagged over here, it would be easier to do like on a wall that's like straight up and down. It just ends up taking so long. There towards the end, you're just like, oh, the heck with it, and you just start scribbling it in. You just don't care anymore by that point. And it all depends on how deep you actually want the material too. But we're going to go pretty deep with it, so we're going to end up having to run through all these layers. And that's going to give you a lot of material to dig out on this map, man. It's not a very big mine, but there's going to be a lot of material in it. Yeah, then the cold gets here, you're going to be wishing it was hot again. I know why you want the cold here, though. It's because you don't want to deal with that lawnmower anymore. Brett, get him. Man, guys, I really can't wait until we're done here. We're making progress, man. Stuff's looking good. I just can't wait. Well, I can't wait to play the game, period. But I really can't wait to play this map. Like, I'm excited about the new expansion coming out, but I think that's going to wear off. And by the time we hit them with this, man, it's going to be something fresh. It's not just boring logging map. It's not just a logging map. It's not just a farming map. Like, we're ready to go, man. Especially if you're a visual player, man. If you're playing because it looks good, this is the map for you. This is most definitely the map for you. You say you like doing both, Brett? Yeah, my favorite thing farming wise is making silage and bales and stuff like that. Um, and then like I love making silage, but yeah, I love logging, and then right here too, the mining stuff, man. I love doing this too. If I have an excuse to use my joysticks, I'm on it. Because when you're driving a tractor around, there really isn't an excuse to use your joysticks. But I do like I said, baling and making silage and stuff like that. Even plowing snow. I like to plow the snow too. That's why. Oh, see, I gotta remember to do that too. I almost forgot all about that. I actually forgot how to do it, to tell you the truth. Like, yeah, we're gonna make it to where. Man. All the main roads. No, okay, I remember how to do it. I was like, oh, I forgot how to do it. We're gonna make it to where all the main roads are plowable on this map too. So, because you know it doesn't actually snow on the main roads base game. But we're gonna make it to where it snows on the main roads. So, if you like snow plowing. This is the map for you. You can start your own snow plowing company. Go out and plow the highway. That'd be sweet. It's just well-rounded, I think. Nice. Man, looking at that yellow for a minute and then backing up, it's like, wow, there's a lot of green, yellow, orange, whatever, brown, whatever color you want to call this. All right, so we are on 8 by itself. 8 by itself is our next layer. Now it's a little bumpy, but if you actually drove down into a rock mine, trust me, it's going to be bumpy. But we don't have, so far, it's working pretty good. We don't have distinctive step ups from the different layers, so it's very easy to lose where the previous line was. So I can tell you right now, it's especially because we're going to have to leave and then come back to it. It's very easy to misplace where you were, so it's probably not going to be perfect, but there's not going to be huge steps in it, like obvious steps in it. I can kind of see where the last layer was, kind of. It's still hard though. Alright, you see how it started pumping up? Now if you do it right, you see how this one spot right here, let me turn this off. This one spot right here is like perfectly flat right here. And then it goes up on the edge. But this right here, is perfectly flat. Now if you do it right by layering it, you can actually get that to stay flat across there. It is very hard to do though. You have to do a bunch of that right there. Paint down and then undo if you went too far or not far enough. Just paint a little bit to get close. This is going to be a little bit rough right there. Look, I'm only the third layer in, and I'm already saying, forget it. Just painting across it real quick. We only got a little bit of time though, and I gotta go get my kid. Unfortunately, because this is so deep, we won't be able to get the middle all the way up because what was it, on 8 by itself? So if we sat here and we punched in all these numbers, this is as high as we can get it to go, as deep as we can get it to go, right there. So I mean, I guess that's about right. That actually might be too high for this. So that's how deep the mine will be, right there. So we'll do our best to actually get it to where it's just flat all the way across here. Now when you come up to the edges, it's not going to be flat. It'll be little bit steppy. That's not even a word, right? Just because this is a different height than it is down here, and yeah, it's not going to be 100% perfect, mainly because of the layout of it. I can barely see where the last line was. Parts of it I can't even see. What's for dinner, Jewel? French fried taters? Oh, mama. Man, I ain't even got too many options for dinner because I got old Mother Hubbard's cupboards. I got some hot dogs. Jeez, oh man. It's hard being a broke brother. Matter of fact, I gotta drive 2 states away. It takes me an hour to get to work. And I got $10 for gas all week. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't figured it out yet. Hey, because we have this road here, how this ramps down too, it's gonna be weird there where it ramps, but man, my wife though, she could take what I got in the cupboards and make something out of it, but me, I'm telling you, I ain't got nothing. Because I have no clue what to do with it. Yeah, it's very bad. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I've been in the situation before though, and magically I figured it out. Magically. Alright, so we were on 8 by itself, so now we gotta do 8 and 6, and then 8 and 6, and then 8 and 7, and then 8, 6 and 7. And that's how it goes. So it's 8 and 6, and then take the 6 off, and then it's 8 and 7, then it's 8, 6, and 7, and then you would jump to 9, and then the same thing. So it would be 9, then it would be 9 and 6, then it would be 9 and 7, 9 and 8, and then it would be, I think 9, 8 and 6, and then 9, 8, and 7, and then 9, 8, 6, and 7. Man, it's hard for me to remember that, but that's how it goes. So I just gotta remember we just left off on 8. So I'm gonna save that. Holy smokes. We was at it for 3.5 hours. I want to say we didn't get nothing done. I mean, but we did. We really did. We built a whole mine. I mean, the only thing we didn't do is get the stone in it yet. I really was hoping that we were on to the painting part. Yeah. So, anyhow. Alright, bread. Oh no. The map just crashed on me. I gotta pop it back up and make sure we ain't lose it. Oh, I hate when it does that. Alright. Sweet. Man, thank God I just saved it. Thank God I just saved it, because it crashed. It closed the map out. Did you skip it? Okay. I was gonna say you can skip it since we're near the end anyway, but yeah, thank God I just saved the map because yeah, Giants straight crashed on me and it closed the map out. I had to reopen it. I was copying this telephone wire and it crashed. I was like, we don't have time to finish painting that in, but we can mess with some wires for a minute here. Came over here and crashed the map. Man, that would have sucked. Man, we would have had to built that whole mine over again because I didn't save none of that as I was working on it. And I already know better. I haven't... Giants actually hasn't crashed on me like that in a long time. I got that new graphics card, man, and then pretty much my problem has been the memory. That looks like it's reaching, but I don't think it's actually reaching. No, far from it. Alright, so I could actually stretch that out to make it down that far, but I don't want it to be stretched too far. I'm going to stretch it out a little bit. I don't want it going clear down there though. And then we'll just move this pole up to it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I had all the poles selected. I'm like, what just happened, bro? Forgot. It's locked. I gotta open them up. I was like, where'd my poles go? Ah, come on, bro. Uh, 16, Joel. 16. Yeah. I need 32. At least. I think I'd be more than okay if I had 32. Obviously, the games doesn't require nothing but 16, but with running OBS and all of that good stuff. Web browser, the game, OBS, yeah, it kills it. You know what, and it never really used to be a problem. I think, I don't know, I got something's tearing it up for some reason. Something ain't right. And I don't know what it is. No. No. I mean, I do need to delete some stuff, but it's not full. I still got all kinds of room. I do got some room ate up, but it's... It's hard to really see what I got because these trees are in my road. Yeah, man. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah, but it's going to take forever running these poles. You think that's too close to the road? I just moved it away just so the line wasn't down in the ditch. That's why I moved it so close to the road. I guess it'll be okay, right? Yeah, I still got a little bit of time. Yeah, I don't want to move it back anymore so the line isn't down in the ditch. That should be okay right there. It looks better. I should have enough time to at least get this attached here, maybe. It looks hood. Yeah, boy. Yeah, man. I thought it looked pretty hood myself. I'm just teasing you. So it's a lot of number crunching to get these lines where they need to be. A lot of number crunching. Sweet. One line in. And then copy that and just drag that puppy straight down. Now if we can get this one lined up, then we should just be able to copy it twice, drag it left, drag it right. And then, yeah. So, yeah, we gotta run it here, then run it across the road here, then get it to here, and then run it up into our camping area and our farm. And then, I don't know if I'm gonna leave this here or not, but if we do, we can run lines to it, I guess. But yeah, that's it, guys. So I better go ahead and shut it down now so I can go get her. I need to go in game here and check out my basketball court. I'm excited. Gonna save that again. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Sweet. Alright, yep. Alright, Joel, thanks. Yeah, thanks for playing that ad. Thanks, chat, for putting up with me. Yeah, so if anybody subscribed to the channel and your channel's private and it didn't come up in our alert box, I appreciate you. Welcome aboard. Again, Giants Partners, if you want the new game, the old game, any DLCs, any mods, any of that good stuff, check out the links in the description or use the code Triple D at checkout at no extra cost to you. All proceeds go to support the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you. But that's it. So yeah, check out the Triple D merch as well. I haven't got any takers on that. When I do, I think I'm gonna update it. We'll get some new stuff on there. Yeah, but that's it. So if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see what's coming, what's next, where the map is headed, hit that subscribe button, mash them notification bells, and I'm out. Deuces.